This is the problem here on this self-defense side. The problem is when you're coming in and your hand be clamped like this already, you don't understand what happen. The most important thing when this movement on tip here, you gotta get your hand open up. Everyone, today is another beautiful day again for training onto the Wing Chun for self-defense. On this lesson here, as you practice many different movements already, understanding the punching, moving the body, controlling the hand, and then you go in and do many different things. Now we move on to different lesson today. On to, again, this movement here, somebody grab you behind, surprising you. On this surprising you, when they grab you behind here, the most important thing is control here, the arm here, stamp on the feet here, the elbow, and then move, and then kick, and then move them out of the way. And that's how you can get rid of them fast and quick. Now, some of you watching through this and see some of my training program. So you love it so much here. And if you want to continue to watching and learning, see the bell here. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so hard on the Wing Chun. And then I will update all the lesson for you to when you start the training onto the Wing Chun. So let's get on with some lesson training guys. As you know, a lot of time we go through the self-defense. It's a lot of times somebody attack you by surprise. This particular movement you've seen already, some of the movement already, elbow. This movement here, we can add it on a little bit slightly different. You got to get used to the hand on controlling that. And this hand have to get in close, okay? Because if you're not, you're going to get choked out. Big problem. So when you're in that, you're going to make an attack. Sooner than attacking, you need to learning to stomp in the feet, yeah, straight down the floor, and then you're making the kick, okay? The kick can be in the solar plex, okay, or into the goal. The kick, boom, down here, or can be up here high. It all depends on you. But the most important thing is you need to create the distance. Without creating the distance, okay, you won't be able to free and getting the space for you to doing the kick to attack, okay, and then you start to move. Now, a lot of this kind of movement here is a lot to do with the certain thing happen. When a certain thing happen, you got to respond at once. Palm down here by forcing the arm out to create a distance, a gap between you and your opponent hand. Without creating this gap, you cannot free. Okay. Now, of course, many of you will sit there and say, "Oh yeah, but somebody grab down here, you're free. I'm gonna choke you." That's very true. That's the whole idea. If you grab somebody's arm and then soon you move, you're gonna get their neck. This is a basic and standard. Okay. So you need to realize this will happen to you. So you have to respond very quickly. Either head coming down here quickly, okay, and so they're stopping it, and then create space to attack. This is where the elbow will attack first. So soon that happens, you need to create a space. Hand come in here so they can't cut it in, and elbow have to react straight away. This movement here to hurt them. Now palm down here first, and then you respond to the lesson. Remember, you've done already before. Elbow to the face here, stamp to the feet. Because when you stamp to the feet here, okay, it's surprising them. Okay, they won't see it coming in. Soon they go boom down here, making the distance here, in forward here, still hand in line, and then attacking boom down here. It's going to be easier for you to attack in a certain part, like the going, okay, like the solar plex area here, or maybe you're going to boom to the back of the head if you want to. It's all depend on you. But the most important thing is learn this arm controlling. Remember we done this one here? The hand control and drop. All hammer fist. All this technique and movement is basic, simple, but it's effective. Okay, this is quite important to learn to understand. Basic, simple, but it's effective because when it comes, you have been got time to think. You cannot pull out and say, lesson 25. Okay, you won't be able to do that. You should be able to hand coming in, control the arm, elbow come back. Very basic hand. Okay, so the movement you practice is hand, control, elbow straight away. Boom down here, and then elbow come in here, chop the leg, come back, and then create the kick. Very basic on that. when you start to learning this is the basic of you to get you to understand where the hand is. You build everything. We build everything onto the Wing Chun for self-defense in this basic movement. Because when the time comes, you cannot think. Okay, it's nobody gonna punch you in a Wing Chun and a movement of that. You have to use it again. Many and everyone's out there that using different techniques. It doesn't matter. They either grab you, choke you, punch you, hook you, take you down the floor. This is the basic stuff. So you have to be able to respond well on it. Okay? So this lesson is very basic and simple. Here's a lesson for you to practice and to learn from the outside. And also, when you start to learning this and you want to win a free training program, watch it through to the end, and I will answer a lot of question and answer for you as well. Watch it through the end, and I will see you there. Keep practice and make sure you will learn. Here's a lesson. Check it out. Wing Chun movement. And this is the problem here on this self-defense side. The problem is when you're coming in and your hand been clamped like this already, you don't understand what happened. The most important thing when this movement on tip here, you gotta get your hand open up like that, yeah, and then walk this hand here, leg, elbow, and step forward and then kick it out to get rid of them. That's basically it. So the movement you got to understand on this movement is learn to control. So soon you come, control the arm like that, force out so you open room in there, drop the hand, control, elbow, and then boom, that kick and get rid of him. Thank you for that. On this basic tip, the most important thing on this tip is don't walk into your hand like this. Okay, if your hand like this, you're gonna have problem because the clamp them in slightly wider, so difficult for him to go and grab hold you. On the ceiling towel side, when you practice on a foam like this is what you need to learn to understand. So on this movement here, you need to understand the hand position, break them out, so make yourself bigger, and then control and then attack them. Make sure you attack them well before you move on. All this basic here, if you like it, want to show to your friend, then share to everyone to learn some kind of form self-defense. That's the best thing ever can do for you. I hope you like the lesson of coming in, elbow, and attacking your opponent. You know, throughout all this training here, we have a lot of injured and stuff like that, and a lot of ache and pain. Sometimes I just feel like need to get some work. But lucky, I got one of this. The ACHEDAWAY sent me one of this to check it out. You need to use them. Why? Because let me show you a few bit first so you know. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about into the movement. They got one of this like this. They got all different gadgets in there. Okay. I think I use one of this is probably good. Okay. They have so many different things for you to use. So all there is to it is one of this. You plug it in and then you turn it on. Okay. And that's it. Then when it turn on, they're like this. They're faster. Okay. Like this. See how much do you need? Okay, like powerful. And then see that? It's like, oh yes. This is powerful. So I turn it down a bit. What is it is, as you know, okay, full, I give you some idea. A lot of this movement, okay, a lot of this is really aching the arm. So normally I use them to helping me to basically get the blood flow, okay, on this. So it's beautiful, it's good. And also, you know, another thing as well is when you're training on this a lot, you see when you're working, okay, let me go tell you what I mean. A lot of practice like this, shoulder on here, especially here, very, very tight. Like a lot of this movement, a lot of this kind of stuff, a lot of tight along here. Okay, it's quite difficult to release them. So I pick one of this up, and that's it. I turn it on, and that's recovery day on here, and that open it up properly to get my blood flow a little bit more. Oh, yes, it's beautiful. Okay, all the information is below this video, and also you can get it to our website. You can go there, and when you go there onto the ACHEDAWAY.com, you're just using the Master Wong code. Okay, the code, so you can get some discount. You know you're going to love it. Okay, let's finish that off. Now let's talk a little bit about onto the movement that you've been practicing, been stepping. A lot of you have a lot of different questions on it, and a lot of you say many different things. Okay, so let me read some of these comments. Some of you talk about a different bit and pieces as well, so that way it become a lot more easier to do. Now, some of you asking a lot of say a certain thing. Some of you saying like the most important thing is about awareness. Okay, somebody said awareness is important. Of course, if you go round the corner, somebody behind and grab hold of you, okay, you're not aware of what's going on. And the worst thing, I tell you, the worst thing, if you clamp your hand in already, it's very difficult to move. This is why in our training, when you're walking, your arm have to be out of it. Okay, so that way it's easier. It's a grab hold of it, you can control them, and then you attack. Awareness is important. That's the one question you're asking about, talking about. And then another one you said, um, mm, somebody on there talk about, I am saying, Master, what can make me so focused if I am practice alone and fight alone? What made you so focused? Is you need to be learn to understand about concentration on your opponent, how you gonna use it. Another thing is when you start to practice alone, sometimes it's very boring, especially like for instance, if you haven't got this dummy, okay, if you haven't got this move dummy to practice or this kind of stuff, okay, it's a little bit boring because you just don't know what you want to do and the purpose of you at all. You want to learn a martial art for what reason? So this is why make you bored. Reality term is everything you have to practice alone, okay, on the movement. And this is why you get used to understanding about your body. And when you get used to it, it becomes so nice. Another thing is if you're doing our training program, you can go on to our private group, onto VIP group, okay, into the Facebook. Then you can ask questions. You can do also the thing. You upload a video and people will talk to you. So it's a lot of things you can do, okay. Another thing as well is when you start training with this, okay, the most important thing is focus into it and practice a bit more to make sure you're getting better. Another thing is some of you want to winning the training program, okay? If you want to learn stuff with me, all you need to do is share this video to three of your friends love Wing Chun, okay? And then go to my website, masterwong.tv, and then from there, send me the message and tell me three things you like about Wing Chun, and then I will reply to you and I will talk to you about it.
Message
Okay?
me from
So
here.
in the meantime, keep practice, and I will anything else comment below, and I will answer your question. And if you're using one of this, okay, get one of this to be used, use them, and make sure you're using the Master Wong code to get some discount on it, so it will cheaper, and then you love it. You will find me friend because a lot of time when you're training, you get injured and you need to recovery. Okay, spend some time to practice. I will see you on to the next lesson next week. Don't be late and keep practice. Okay, see you later.